Hello everyone, my name is Tim Blake. I joined Texit Coin January 30th, 2025, and it's been a heck of a ride. When I first got started, I really didn't know anything about this project. My cousin had shared this with me, and truthfully, he didn't know much about the project either. All I knew is that he got in about 6 months prior to that. He didn't really do anything with it, and he made a substantial amount of money in 6 months. Now I know, like everything, when you hear something like that, that causes you red flags. So I was a little hesitant, but I decided to take a risk, take a chance, and jump in. And it's been absolutely awesome. Now, I was a little more fortunate than most. I actually live in an area that's pretty close to the founder of this project. And at the very beginning, we hit it off pretty good. So every Thursday, I had the opportunity that I would drive up and I would meet him for coffee. And he would share with me more of his vision, where he plans on taking this project, and you could just hear the passion in his voice and what he was trying to do. That's what really sold me on this project. You know, I get people all the time that ask me, hey Tim, is this thing really real? You know, is this thing gonna last? And I have so much conviction in this project and in the founder of this project that I just recently left a 24-year-old career where I was at the top of my game. I absolutely love the industry, and I left it to do this full time. That's how convicted I am in this project, because I see the passion, I see where the vision of the project's going with the founder, and wherever your passion is, everything else falls in place. And this guy's got it. So again, I took a chance, and it's been absolutely wonderful. You know, I started to join and get involved with the community, started going to different events, and you could just see what's really awesome is this is just normal, everyday people like you and I. And how Texit Coin has changed and affected their lives already is just amazing. You know, I personally have been able to do things that I probably never would have done. One of those, I just got back from a trip to Thailand and Singapore with Texit Coin that was just absolutely amazing. Probably one of my best experiences that I've had with this is one of the experiences that I had with my family. My youngest daughter, Samantha, this year graduated, and I asked her, where do you want to go for your graduation trip? And she said, well, Dad, I'd really like to take another one of those RV trips. So I said, sure, honey, where do you want to go? She goes, I'd like to go to California. So I told everybody ahead of time that I was going to cash in some of my coins and pay for this trip. And so what was absolutely wonderful is I go to one of the places we've rented to before, and this time it didn't matter what the price was. I rented the most expensive motorhome that they had. I think it was a 39 or 40 foot Class A diesel motorhome. This thing was just absolutely amazing. And we went from Texas, we went to Albuquerque, New Mexico, stayed the night. Then we went to Flagstaff, Arizona, stayed the night. Then we drove into San Diego, and we parked the motorhome, and we rented an Airbnb that was 1 block off the beach. And we stayed there for about, 4 or 5 nights. And we did all the activities. We went to LA, we went to Hollywood, we did Rodeo Drive, all the dinners, everything was just absolutely wonderful. Then we got back in the motorhome, we drove to Durango, Colorado, visited family for a couple days, and then came back to Texas. The entire trip, the motorhome, the Airbnb, the dinners, the activities, all the entertainment, everything was paid for by Texit Coin, by me cashing in some of my coins. That's what I tell people is real. That's when it becomes real, is when you start monetizing some of those things. You know, you'll start hearing, if you end up joining the community, people start talking about crypto rich, right? And everybody's crypto rich is a little bit different. For me, it's being able to have the time to spend with my family, to do the experiences and activities that we want and not have to worry about the money. And that's what Texit Coin has given me. So if you're watching this video, I urge you, take a chance, take a look at what we're doing. You know, it costs you nothing to get more information about this project, to see if you think that you'd like to be a part of this community. But it could cost you everything for not at least giving it an opportunity. So go out there, take a look at what we have, and I sure hope to see you in our community. Thank you so much.